I wake up in the middle of the night when Kismet stirs. Since the surgery, I can't lift her up onto my bed, so I sleep on the floor on a blow-up mattress with my phone, my reading glasses, and a flashlight. Lucky I can stand. My abs are shot, but my quads are strong. 20 years ago, in my 40s, I raced bicycles. I'm not a hill climber. Those college girls I competed with were closer to 5'2" and half my weight. Tie a cinder block to your back, I'd say. That way you'll know what it's like. I pushed through, 5th in women's in the state of Texas, where I'm from. I moved to Santa Fe 6 years ago to Pinon Heaven. 3 acres in the high desert, fence for the dogs, and a studio. I live alone with Kismet, Buster, and Gracie. During COVID, they got me through. No one came to my house. I spent 6 to 8 hours in my studio. I lost track of time. Five days before her 79th birthday, Mom died. Then 9 months later, on September 23rd, my dad died. The following spring, I woke up in the middle of the night about 2 a.m. Something came to me. I sat up with this idea and went out to the garage to execute it. I did these long exposures of myself in the dark, alone. I was out there for hours. I always loved those images. Mysterious, ghost-like. I kept them. My childhood drawings my mother kept. I found them, a dozen or so. Mom said my 2nd grade teacher screamed a lot. I must have shut down. I did a lot of art. Those drawings are so innocent. I've always worked in multimedia. Through college, graduate school in Santa Barbara, I do a lot of oil painting with charcoal and graphite. Depth and richness emerge when I manipulate the surface. I learned the alternative photographic process I'm working with now at the Santa Fe Photographic Workshop a year before COVID. I've been trying for years to combine painting and photography. In this process, my painting background merges with 19th century photography. The process has so many variables. It's complicated, it's compelling. I first worked with gum oils. I did more than 150 studies. On the tree and rock gum oils, I kept making the same mistakes over and over again. I tried changing my chemistry ratio, shortening the exposure in 10-second increments, making 30, 40 attempts. At the ratio of 3:1 gum arabic to potassium dichromate and an exposure of 4 minutes, the details of the limbs, the rock emerged. It was there, visually. On those long exposures, I used cyanotype on a 24 by 24 inch panel. 16 separate images. The chemistry consistent, the exposure consistent, the cyanotype Prussian blue, bleached and toned with tea I brewed to create a rich tannic brown. Each image is a self-portrait. Each image advances and recedes with light and shadow. Curious. A month ago, I woke up in the middle of the night with abdominal pains. I couldn't stand up. I got to the doctor and she said, "You're going into surgery for an emergency appendectomy." I texted my sister before I went down and said, "If I don't make it out, you can have Pinon Heaven." I made it through. We made it through. Me, Kismet, Buster, Gracie. I've had Kismet for 16 years. She's come to the end of her life. I want to spend the rest of my life creating. I get such a charge from being in the studio. Nothing does that like making art. Manipulating surface fills an emotional part of me that can't be met any other way.